Okay, this is Jesse Kelly from Tucson, Arizona. Jesse Kelly is running for Congress against Gabrielle Giffords in Congressional District 8. Welcome, Jesse.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Jesse, tell us a little bit about yourself. I understand that you were an Iraq War veteran, is that correct?
I am. I'm a United States Marine Corps combat veteran. I fought in Iraq. I currently manage multi-million-dollar construction companies for a project here in town. Well, actually for several projects here in town. And good job. I'm happily married. I have a 7-month-old boy.
What's your boy's name?
His name is James.
Good.
He's still doesn't have full mastery of his motor skills, and he's in debt up to his eyeballs already. But he's as good as they get, and she's a great woman.
Jesse, you're a man in your 30s, is that right?
No, actually I'm 27.
27 years young. Wow. Generation Y or Generation X? You're right on. You're on that line.
But I actually don't know which one.
A 27-year-old man is right now. He's jumping into a campaign, and would you imagine that 2 years ago that you'd be running for Congress?
Absolutely not. When I got out of the Marine Corps and came down here, I had my eyes set on the private sector, on success there. It's what I wanted for my life. It's what I wanted for my family. But I can't stand by any longer and watch politicians rip our lives apart from Washington and cause all this unrest in our country. It's time to go back and do something about it. So I'm putting my personal plans on hold, and I'm going back to do battle for the people.
Now, Jesse, you mentioned to me what the American dream is, which is being able to own your own labor, being able to own your own house, being able to be your own man. Can you tell me what the American dreams mean to you? And I'm assuming that you feel that the American dream is threatened, and that is the purpose of your candidacy. Is that correct?
That's exactly correct, because the American dream is under assault right now. We have an administration in Washington, a Congress, a presidency, that they feel that they have a right to your labor, to what you've worked for. They have a right to your private property to achieve their ends and their goals. And that is not what this nation was founded on. This nation was founded on limited government. Yes, there is a rule of law, but the government does not get to invade the private sector. We have a president right now who feels that he can decide the pay of executives in the private sector. This is completely unconstitutional. The government needs to stay out of business. We continue to punish job creators in this country, and then we're shocked when jobs leave or jobs go away. That's what happens when you punish the job creator. You get the government out of business. You get the government off people's backs, and the private sector will create. The government cannot build people up. It can only tear everybody down.
Jesse, I want to go over a couple things. There seems to be a disconnect between what people believe and the way they're voting. We have a president who says one thing and then does another. I mean, can you kind of tell me what your feelings are about the Obama administration and the way you see him taking the country?
Well, he's taking the country down a road we've never gone before, and a road that we've avoided with good reason. We were, as I said, founded against everything that he stands for. Our president right now thinks the government should take from the rich, take from everybody, and disperse that as they see fit. And that is against everything this country was founded on. They're taking us in a radically wrong direction. And the biggest problem with it is we have no checks and balances. We have a Congress. We have our representative here in District 8. We have a Congress and Senate that is rubber stamping every one of his policies right through. This has to stop, and it has to stop at the midterm elections, or we're going to find ourselves bankrupt. This president has spent more money in the first 5 months of his presidency than every president from George Washington to George Bush combined. That is staggering. These are unbelievable numbers, and the dollar cannot sustain itself under this.
Jesse, the American people seem to blame George Bush for the economic situation, but as time goes on and the economy either improves or worsens, this is pretty much going to be the Obama economy. Is that correct?
That's correct, and he'll be defined by how the economy is. That's how he'll be defined, because the American people are too busy in their everyday lives to pay attention to every detail of politics. Right now it's convenient, it's easy, the media helps them along to blame President Bush for everything that went wrong in this nation. But this will change the longer the economy stays bad, and as the economy worsens, if it worsens, it will very soon become President Obama's economy. Blaming President Bush for everything can last so long. That honeymoon ends soon, and then it's in the president's lap.